Been like in the linebacker room?
Yeah, competition's been insane. You know, we got Matt, we got Dylan, we got Josh White out here I have to compete against, and all of them are have experience playing football. All of them are really great athletes, and it's all about knowledge and knowing who knows the playbook the best and whoever executes the playbook to the fullest.
It seemed like last year kind of focused on a couple of guys. Of course, they were really good. But do you see maybe the chance to rotate guys at those spots?
Yeah, it's we're actually very, very deep in each position, especially in the linebacker position. And with Terrell going to the draft, only leaves one position right next to Dylan. Of course, Dylan has that spot secured, but we have me, we have Matt, we have Josh White, we have Tyrone Brown. All these people are going to rotate, and I don't know. Depends on how we fit Robert's defense.
What was it like for you to see Terrell this weekend, the scoop and score, and just kind of all the guys that had big weekends?
Watching Terrell get that, scoop and score, I wasn't surprised. He's always a ball hawk. He's going to be at the football all the time, and he's always a leader. If he's not on the field, he's going to find a way to help the people on the field, even if he's sitting on the bench or talking to them. So yeah, I wasn't surprised.
What's your impression of Josh been so far?
Josh, I've been staying at Josh's place for a while, ever since until I moved into mine. So I have a very strong connection to most people on the football team. But Josh is a cool person. He has experience, and he really wants to learn the defense, especially him coming from LSU. He doesn't really know the Baylor offense. Not offense, defense. So yeah, I was hanging out with Josh. It's very cool to be around him. Just the energy he brings.
Will, are you at the weak side or Will linebacker? Or
Yeah.
Rotating?
Yes, Will Williams playing Will backer. Yes, I've been at the Will backer the whole time. I never played Mike because I'm not that big enough to be playing Mike, but yeah, I've been at the Will position.
You talked about this group being deep, this linebacker group. After losing Terrell, how reassuring is that to know you still got some guys out there?
Yeah, because after Terrell leaving, we do get pretty worried about how deep we're going to be in the linebacker position. Obviously, I was right behind Terrell. We had Matt rotating after Terrell, so we knew we were going to have people to back up. But now that we have Josh White coming in from LSU, we knew we were going to be deep in the linebacker position.
What's the biggest thing just being around some of those guys? It's older guys. The past couple of years, you've kind of learned about being a linebacker.
Yeah, well, when I first came to Baylor, I was a safety originally, so I was working out with Graylin, Henry Black, so I already know how the experience of playing with those players were. If they move to linebacker, it's a whole different ball game because the safeties have their own section, their defense, and then the D linemen have their own defense, and then when you play linebacker, you have to know both sides. So being next to Terrell, he really calms it down and makes me learn what I have to do.
Was there a big adjustment you had to make physically when you go from safety to linebacker? Is it maybe we're overhyping how maybe bigger linebackers see than a safety?
I wouldn't say more physical. I would say more mentally because having to learn the safety position, you have to know the defensive position, you have to know the linebacker position. You're pretty much the quarterback of the defense. So it's not so much physical, but it's more mental.
Well, what does culture mean to you in this program? What does that actually define in your opinion?
When I think of culture, I think of family, and I think we built our own family here at Baylor University, where we keep pounding the rock, and we have the jackers and robbers, and we find our own little things to motivate ourselves to practice and continue to push to get the championship, Big 12 championship, Natty, wherever it is.
I was going to bring that up, jackers and robbers. Who started that? I know we talked about it a little bit yesterday with the safeties.
Jackers robbers, that's something that Coach Caleb came up with yesterday. We're in the midst of a fall camp, so everyone's kind of dead and feeling kind of woozy, another day, another practice. But Coach Caleb came up with the jackers and robbers, if you take something from somebody, you're going to go to jail. So we're going to take the football, we're jackers and robbers. So it really motivated us. And today, we're hitting the ball, getting interceptions. And I feel in the past 2 days, we had more interceptions and more forced fumbles than we had the whole fall camp.
Why is it that something maybe that simple can motivate a group or just give y'all something else to look for?
Well, when you go to practice, you just go there. You're I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up this. But when you give yourself jackers and robbers, it makes you look forward to doing something. You focus on just wanting to hit the ball, trying to get the ball, and then of course there's a prize after every time you get the ball out, or you get a pick or interception candy, or we're gonna get T-shirts and bracelets. So it's more competition that brings that.
What's your favorite prize? Candy, T-shirt?
So far, the prizes haven't really been established, but I've got candy already. So yes, I do enjoy the candy.
Is that something you guys want to build on and keep part of Baylor culture for the years to come?
Yeah, so we had take 3 when Coach Joey was here. So that was more of his thing, and him going to Texas Tech, we had to come up with our own thing, our identity. So Jack is a Roberts. I feel like that's gonna be staying around with Baylor as long as like Caleb is here.